Looks like we're live. Looks like we're live. Yeah, I think we're live. It appears that we are. So, okay. Just waiting for people to get in here and start talking. I'm going to discuss certain things as I see people coming in. I'll probably just start talking anyways. But yeah, I'm going to discuss those topics in the title, mostly people. Um, yeah. Before I get into it or I say anything about these topics, I wanted to thank a certain person if they're watching because I wasn't really going to do this stream today. I was having a bad day. And this person helped to motivate me to get going, to turn on the stream and do it. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have done it. But I appreciate them if they're watching. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be doing this right now. You talked me into it. But thank you for that. And without further ado, I guess I can kind of start talking about these topics. Hello, Moon Mystic. I don't know if you missed the intro, but I was just thanking a certain specific person that helped to motivate me today. And I don't know if they're watching, but they got me going. You know what I mean? They got me to want to stream because I wasn't feeling good. But I do appreciate them for that. And I want to talk about Kim Gogan, the elections, to start off. Somebody asked me on one of my videos, they said, what happened to my Kim Gogan update for today? I haven't seen anything that she put out today. I'm going to watch it later. So I don't really know anything that she's talking about. Hey, Moon Mystic, can I ask you, can you hear me pretty good? Is the sound good or do I need to fix the sound? I don't know. I can't tell because I can't hear myself. But yeah, they asked me about Kim Gogan and an update on her. I know she puts out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But I haven't seen today's update, so I'm gonna watch it later though. I appreciate you showing up. Hello, Mark. How are you? It's awesome to have two people watching me. Mark, may I ask what brought you to my channel or what topic you would like to discuss? I have general topics up there. And you too, Moon Mystic, whatever you guys want to talk about. I know not everybody's, I know not everybody's energized or may be tired from work or whatever. So I don't want to push anything, but if you guys want to talk about anything, I'll talk about that first before I get into these topics, since you guys are here. And I'll hit on that. So Mark and Moon, either one of you, what brought you to my channel? You could ask me whatever you want also. Why was it so much easier last time I did this? Last time I did this, the live stream, I was so much more prepared to talk about stuff. And today I'm just like, what do they want to talk about? You get what I'm saying? But Mark, you want to ask me anything? Anything you want to discuss? Or else I'll just start rambling about stuff. I've been following Kim. I like to know more. Okay. Kim. Okay, let's talk about Kim. Let's talk about Kim. And I apologize if you hear different noises. I have water and stuff like that. It's a little different when I'm live, right? Okay. Kim. Well, I can give you my general thoughts of Kim and what I feel about her. I've done it in a lot of my videos, but I feel that she's somebody that gets unjustly attacked by many people that don't understand her or what she's trying to do. But the thing with me is that I'm very good at sensing energy and people's intentions, right? I'm not a psychic. I had somebody ask me if I was an empath earlier today. I don't think I'm an empath. I don't know how deep, because I haven't really, I don't look at that topic or that word as something that I would use to describe myself, so I can't really tell you I'm an empath, right? But as far as sensing energy and just feeling people out and their intentions and stuff like that, I'm very good at that. And Kim, from everything I've seen, for the most part, she has good intentions, and she means well for humanity. So she claims to be the guardian of the earth, ground commander. She has several different titles that she goes by. But all in all, what I get from her more than anything else is that she's truly and genuinely trying to help humanity in her own way. And she's trying to wake people up at the bare minimum, whether she's ground command or not, because a lot of people doubt her, right? They're like, oh, she's not really who she says she is, and she can't prove this and she can't prove that. Okay, whatever. I don't want to focus on that. I want to focus on her words and what she's trying to do, right? And her intentions seem to be good and pure. And I get the feeling from her that she's genuinely trying to wake up humanity and help humanity. So why would I be opposed to her? And if we start going by, oh, let's try to prove this, let's try to prove that, let's see who's right about this, let's see who's right about that, we're going to be here for eternity. Because especially in this world, it's hard to prove anything. Like, we live in a holographic reality. So for people to be like, oh, well, that's there's Mandela's effects. There's so many different things that happen in this world, in this universe, that to sit here and say, oh, I need proof of every single thing, every single deed, every single little thing, you're never going to get it. So what I tell people is believe what you want to believe. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. So you can either take what she says as the truth, or you can just walk away if it's not for you. But what I don't like is that there are a lot of evil people that attack her relentlessly with no justification other than I don't like her. You get what I'm saying? So when I see that, I feel justified in trying to defend her, especially on YouTube and other social media platforms, because there are not that many people that are defending Kim or standing up for her. If anything, it's the reverse. There are a lot of people that are going after her, and people that she's sat down with and talked to about the world and what's going on. They'll smile in her face and then they'll talk about her behind her back. And I'm like, wow, Kim is a much better person than me. She's much nicer, because if I found out people were talking about me like that or saying the things that they say about her, I would be on them all the time. But Kim is more about helping humanity and trying to stay level-headed. And it makes sense with her position, right? I'm not necessarily built like her. I'm more confrontational, for good, for better, for worse. But I do things my way, right? And people can like it or not. But as far as, defending her, I feel like she's doing what she's trying to do for humanity in the best way she knows how to do it. And if that includes working with others and working with outside forces that are not part of this world, that's what she's doing. I've had my own experiences, right? And I've told people, I'm like, I've been, in abduction situations and stuff like that, and dealt with others and stuff like that. I can't prove it. I can't take people back in time to the times where these things happened to me, right? I can only tell you about it. I can only say, hey, this situation happened to me. That's it. This is what happened to me. Can I go and bring you a video of this situation or show you like documentation about when I got abducted or anything like that? No. Can I tell you about do I have proof of every encounter that I've ever had? No. But it happened to me, right? So that's what I mean by people asking for proof and wanting things that are very difficult to prove, right? Magnaphonic Productions. Welcome. And you said Kim was interviewed with Marina Jacoby, but isn't uploaded yet. But I'm excited to see it. Did you see it live, or you said you didn't see it? Yeah. I'll look for that later. I know somebody told me that they were going to watch that, and they may not be able to make my stream. So I don't know if it was earlier before this stream or during this stream. I don't know. I didn't even know she was doing the interview until today, until somebody told me about it. I do keep up with Kim, but not as religiously as others do. So I may miss certain things. And I'm going to be honest, a lot of the things that I get from people that's where I get my information. It's not really me doing, like, the research that I do is really just talking to other people about Kim and them telling me things about her. That's where I get most of my information. You said, I used to be a Trump supporter, as it was how I woke up to the world of lies. But when Kim disclosed more truth, I felt her truth. She has nothing to gain. I saw it live. Yes. And it's funny you say that, because when I first discovered Kim, it was on Carrie Cassidy's show. It was Project Camelot. And I had never heard of Kim before that. And that was last year, September 1st, right? 2021. And I was watching everything that Carrie was putting out, because I was hungering for knowledge and trying to find out what was going on in the world. And next thing you know, what ends up happening is she has Carrie on the show. Or, not, I'm sorry. She had Kim on the show. Carrie had Kim on the show. And I was like, who is this lady? And what is she talking about? And the things that Kim was saying were so, at the time, outlandish to me. I was like, I've never ever heard any, but here's the thing. I'm very, I guess, open-minded, right? So even though I had never heard anyone say the things that she was saying, I was also like, let me let her talk. Let me hear this. And I had to watch the interview like 3 or 4 times before I started to get even a small semblance of what Kim was talking about. And I had, at that time I was like, oh, I know a lot of stuff. But when Kim was saying the things that she was saying, I was like, wow. So there are a whole bunch of things that I had no clue about that she just threw on me. And now I'm just like, whoa, okay. My mind was just blown, right? And I had to start researching Kim. I was trying to find any videos on Kim. I was trying to find anything any information, any websites or whatever I could find on her, so I can understand her more and see where she was coming from. And then I had certain people coming to my channel, attacking her, telling me, and this was on my old channel, because this is the second channel with this name, Real Truth. I had the same exact channel pretty much, but I deleted it because of some issues. I made videos talking about it. But long story short, I had people coming to that channel, and I used to talk about Kim a lot, and they would come and attack me nonstop. And these people were not good people. They were just like Kim haters. I call them the Kim police, because they always come to me telling me how Kim wronged them or committed some kind of crime or did something wrong. And every time I went to go look at the things that they would present to me, I'm like, this is garbage. Like, they would give me an article from some news agency in Africa that was claiming that Kim was a fraud, and I would read the article, and the article was this is a bunch of garbage, to be honest with you, and the people that wrote it could barely speak English. So I was like, this is what you're calling proof or evidence against Kim being a fraud? You're saying that she's a fraud because of this article from Africa, in the middle of Africa somewhere, and these people probably were told to write this, and they probably don't even know who Kim is. But the article didn't make any sense. And when I was seeing that this was the norm, meaning these were the pieces of evidence and proof that were being provided against Kim. And that's all that I was getting was just garbage from these people that hate her. Not to mention they were nasty people and they would talk trash to me consistently. I was like, okay, I see what's going on here. Kim is clearly attracting evil people because she's such a good person, right? And when you're that much of a light person, the evil just gets attracted to you. Like it just happens, right? And that's why I try to tell people it's okay to be, a good person, but beware of being too good to the point where you become naive and passive and you become a pacifist. And next thing you know, the evil ones are taking over you and destroying you and running over you because you're that good of a person, right? And believe it or not, the evil ones want people to be that way. They want people to just be as good as you can be because they know they can take advantage of you if you are that way. So I try to stay more middle of the road, right? Like I can be the best person or the worst, but I try to stay in the middle, right? I don't want anybody walking all over me because they think I'm a pushover, right? But I do try to defend the good people because I feel the good people get taken advantage of way too much. Let me read what you said here. I saw it live. The news report, not the interview. Oh, yeah. I got you. Thank you. What you said about Kim resonates with me. I feel you, Mark. Yep. And then you said Rice TV guy went to Kim's home. So I knew she was truly genuine. Who else would do that? It showed she had nothing to hide. Yeah. And it's funny you bring up the Rice guy because I heard that Kim is cool with him or whatever, but I don't think he really likes Kim. That's just the feeling that I got. I think he's somebody that I know he doesn't really believe her because they did an interview in March, I think it was, or April. And he was questioning her pretty hard. And he seemed very agitated, and he was also agitating Kim. He was just like, you could tell Kim was getting frustrated. And I was like, I've never seen Kim this frustrated before. She's usually pretty calm, but this guy was really pissing her off. But long story short, yeah, there have been people that have met Kim face to face. I think there was somebody else. I don't remember. Maybe it was Tank or somebody else, or Lisa. I don't know. Somebody else met her. People have met her. So, and then didn't she put out a photo on her Telegram showing like behind the scenes where she took a picture with this one dude. Like, I didn't really look too much into that, but I was like, okay. I believe she's real, so I don't have to look at a photo or need somebody else to tell me, right? I just feel that she is real, so I don't really need to have any more proof. But anyways, yeah, I'm going to watch that. I'm going to watch those two things. I'm going to watch today's report and the interview she did with that lady. I'm going to watch it later, and then I'm probably going to talk about it tomorrow. What I want to do is I want to keep people updated on whatever Kim says like I used to, because that's what I used to do. Whenever she would put out information, I would talk about it right then and there or the next day. So I'm probably going to start doing that again. I'm going to watch her UNN reports and then, share it here because it's another avenue, right, to get information out to people about what's going on with her. Maybe the opposition got to the Rice guy. Well, it's kind of like the Benjamin Fulford guy, believe it or not. Because I don't know if you saw the video that I made with Benjamin Fulford, but it was a similar scenario. And what I mean is they both kind of felt like, why is this lady so much more important than I am? Like, that was the feeling that I was getting from them. And when men have their egos or pride attacked, this moon mystic, they tend to lash out and act irrational. So that's just men, right? Men are built that way. So I feel like these two guys who felt they were credible in their own right, whether Kim was there or not, they're like, well, who is she to make me feel like what I say is not as important as what she's saying? That's what I was getting from them. And I was like, that's pretty petty, right? Like if you really support her, or if you're really somebody that believes her, or you're on her side, or whatever, you don't you don't take that egotistical stance against her, right? And if anybody just watches, because there are a lot of people that, like, I talked to this one person and they were like, "Oh, he wasn't really that bad. He wasn't really talking trash about her." I was like, "Well, you have a different definition of talking trash than I do." And I feel like if somebody is basically saying that what you're saying is not the truth, I feel like that's a little bit of trash talking. It may not be like the most extreme form of trash talking, but if you tell somebody something and then they go behind your back and then they say what you're saying is not the truth, isn't that kind of like trash talking you? You get what I'm saying? And that's what this guy was doing. So I was like, okay. And the videos are out there, but whatever. I mean, people believe what they want to believe. Like I said earlier, that's what I believe. But anyways, so you guys have any more questions or anything else you want to talk about? I mean, I could talk about this other stuff. And I know, like, I have a lot of Kim supporters that watch me or follow my channel. And I do talk about other things, right? And everything I talk about, believe it or not, is connected, right? Like, you may see something like Donald Trump or Elon Musk or the elections or politics, and you might be like, well, what does it have to do with Kim or anything else? Well, everything's connected. I mean, even Kim talks about politics. She just did I think it was like a few days ago on one of the UNN reports, she was drawing, she was explaining the Republican and Democrat Party and stuff like that. And they also talk, like I saw Sonny talking about Kyrie Irving. They talk about Elon Musk. They talk about Kanye West. So, they talk about this pretty much the same stuff I talk about. You get what I'm saying? So even if I'm not just talking about Kim in the title, that doesn't mean that it's not necessarily connected to Kim in some way, or just connected to how the world works as a whole, right? Because I don't just like for instance, I'll give you an example. Kyrie Irving, right? I didn't make a video about Kyrie Irving because I want to talk about how good he is at basketball. That's not what I made the video for. So some people might be like, well, why do I care about Kyrie Irving? I don't want to watch that. Well, it's not about Kyrie Irving playing basketball. It's about how he's putting out a message to the world about wake up and don't let the evil ones take over. And when you see somebody that's, part of that organization, the NBA, and they're, how do I say this? They're kind of like a puppet, right? Like a celebrity. And they're coming out and saying, hey, think for yourself. And don't let the evil ones take over you and destroy the world. Then I feel that message is important to share, right? Because not many of them are waking up or trying to help humanity. Same thing with Kanye West. If I talk about Kanye West, I'm not talking about Kanye West because I like his music, even though I do like his music. I didn't make my video about Kanye West because, oh, he's a great musical artist. That's not what I'm making the video about Kanye West for. It's because he's being attacked because he's trying to speak his own truth. But I don't necessarily agree with the things he says about the Jews and stuff like that, right? But regardless whether I agree or not, he shouldn't be, being treated the way he is because he's trying to speak and say what he feels and thinks. That's what it's all about, right? They're trying to shut down free speech. They're trying to destroy freedom of thought, freedom of expression, everything that we need to be a prosperous and evolutionary society. They're trying to remove because they want us to regress, right? That's what the evil ones want. And they'll put up people like Kyrie Irving or Kanye West or whoever that are popular, and they'll destroy them or try to make an example out of them. And then next thing you know, people that follow them or believe the same stuff as them, they're going to be like, oh, wow, maybe I shouldn't do that, right? So it kind of destroys your morale and brings the whole energy, like all the energy of the people that share the same views and values, that goes down, right? And as you guys know, what do the evil ones do? They eat the loosh, right? They absorb that negative energy. So that's the whole point of what they're trying to do. And that's why I try to tell people, hey, pay attention to what's going on with these people, because they're trying to make an example out of these people to affect you if you support them. And don't let them do that. Terry, how you doing, Terry? You said, hi, do you think Kim is a real person? I absolutely do. I don't know if you saw the video I made with Benjamin Fulford. and what he said about her being a benevolent AI because MI6 told him. I was like, oh, yeah, MI6. Yep, those are the guys that I want to listen to. And I heard a lot of things about Benjamin Fulford. I heard he's controlled by China or something. I don't know. I heard a lot of things about him. I don't really know because I don't really know Benjamin Fulford like that. So I only spoke about the little part that he talked about Kim. I only saw him talk one time before that, which was when he interviewed Kim. And in that interview, he felt very like, well, I've done all this work in my life, and she's making me feel insignificant. So I feel like his ego got the best of him. Then his masters told him, hey, you need to go ahead and put Kim down for us, will you? And then he went and did that, right? That's what I took. That's what I got from it. That's what it seems like to me. Because anybody that follows Kim or keeps up with her, it's very difficult to assume that she's an AI. And what I tell people is, if she's an AI, everybody's an AI. I mean, we're all AI. I mean, we're all in the Matrix, right? So, I mean, who do you believe in? Who do you trust that is not an AI, right? Outside of yourself. It starts to get real convoluted when you just, and the thing about Ben, right, is that he seems more robotic in AI than Kim ever will be. So I'm like, how do you, who seems very controlled and robotic, call someone else an AI when you're like one of the most AI people I've ever seen? So I don't understand how you, but that's just how people are, right? You find her highly intelligent. So how she killed Marduk, do you think? I don't know. That's one of those things. Like I said earlier, I don't know if you were here for that, but like I've had my own experiences with otherworldly entities, and I don't have any proof of it. And if somebody were to ask me, hey, what about that time you were abducted by these aliens? Or what about the time where you spoke to this entity that's not human? Can you give me some proof of that? I can't, right? So when Kim was talking about on Carrie's show on Project Camelot, she said, oh, she knocked out Marduk or whatever, and Source took care of Marduk or whatever. And she said at a certain point, because Carrie kept asking her, she was like, did you do it? Who killed Marduk? Blah, 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 blah. And then Kim was like, at a certain point, you can't keep doing certain things and keep getting away with it, is what Kim was trying to say, to sum it up. But I also felt like from her that she was implying that she killed Marduk and Source was working through her to do it. Did she do it? Didn't she do it? I don't know. There's no way for me to verify that, but I don't have any reason to doubt her. If she says she did it, she did it. I mean, there's no way to really know, right? Like how would we ever know that? Like, unless she has some footage of it or some video she recorded and she can show it to us. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's one of those things that you either take her word on it or you don't. It's very difficult to say whether that happened or not. All right, Mark, you said, keep up the good work. I like the idea of following Kim's report and add your interpretation. Yeah, and I mean, like, there's a person that watches me regularly, and if they're watching, I don't want to put them on blast, but they were telling me some stuff about the Pleiadians and what Kim said and what they think about the Pleiadians and some Yazi and all this other stuff. And I was trying to tell this person, that's one thing that I do know or am very versed in, and that is the Pleiadians and Semyazi and Billy Meyer. So what I was telling this person, because they were like, oh, Semyazi was this evil person from the book of Enoch. She was like the devil or devil's disguise or something like that. I don't know what they were saying. But I told them, I said, look, I don't know where you got your information from, but it just doesn't sound accurate. It just, from everything I've known about the Pleiadians. And the funny thing is, you guys know, if you've been watching Kim for a while, anytime she's ever talked about the Pleiadians, it's always been in a negative light, right? So that's why when she said that they wanted to work with humanity and bring them into their order, I was like, whoa, that's like a big 180, right? Because she went from uh, Pleiadians bad all the time to we're working with them. Do you see what I'm saying? Or there's a potential to work with them. So that was a huge thing for me because, like I said, I've studied the Pleiadians and I'm very aware of them and what they're here for and what they're trying to do. And for Kim to say what she said, it kind of aligns with what I've already known, right? It just made sense. So I was trying to explain it to this person, but I don't think they were understanding me or agreeing with me. But yeah, that's what I was doing with whatever I talk about with Kim. I always try to put my own little bits of knowledge that I've acquired over time. And you said, would you please share your thoughts on why Tank, Matt Omerta, and a lady who used to talk on trauma on UNN all left? The sad part about that is I don't know who Matt is. And the lady, I heard about her. I think I know who you're talking about. As far as Tank, I used to watch a lot, right? I would watch whatever he would put out. But I don't really know why he left. The only thing I got, because when he left, that's when I stopped making videos and I stopped doing research on Kim or anything. I took a break for a few months, and that was like between February, March till about June, July, August. I wasn't really researching anything or looking at anything. I was dealing with personal life stuff. And I don't know why Tank left. I was actually surprised because when I came back to start doing research again, I was like, wait, Tank left? I was like, what happened? That caught me off guard, right? Because I think a lot of people got used to Tank and they got used to watching Tank and they thought everything was good between him and Kim. Next thing you know, he's gone. And from my understanding, from what Kim said, is that they had a difference in the way they wanted to do things going forward. Tank is more of a religious guy, right? He's more into God. And maybe what he believes in terms of his religion and God and stuff doesn't necessarily align with what Kim is doing, right? So he might have decided that that's more what he wants to do and said, all right, this isn't for me anymore. I'm going to go ahead and go do my own thing. At least that's the way I took it from what Kim said. But I don't really know what the arguments were about. I haven't really looked into that. I know people have talked about it in the Telegram, but I haven't really dug into it because I'm going to be honest with you. I like Tank. So I was I don't know. I don't want to say, I was like, wow, why did that have to happen? You get what I'm saying? But if he's taking the approach of being more religious, then I'm obviously going to be more in line with Kim because I'm not religious. And anybody that takes that route, I feel like they're ripe for manipulation, control, and corruption because that's what religions are for anyway. So I'm not with that. Let's see. You said, Magniphonic, you said, it was talked about in a few of her interviews, but she said that she felt that he was about to attack her and she responded with her chi energy that comes from deep inside of the solar plexus. Oh, you're talking about Marduk. Yeah, I've never heard her say that, but she did imply that happened when she was on Carrie's interview. And she was talking about how she knocked him out. So I could see what you're saying there. Terry, you said, yes, I hear what you saying about Kim. John disappointed me now. Those TRB cards vomiting all over Telegram. Is that a scam or what do you think? I don't know anything about TRB cards. I don't follow Trump like that. I think he's a funny dude, but I also think he's full of crap. And, just like everybody else in the beginning, I was drinking the Trump Kool-Aid and I was thinking that he was legitimate. At the very least, he was funny and he was stirring things up. But, when Kim said the things she said about Kim or about Trump, it made a lot of sense to me. I was like, this makes sense with what's going on with the way I see Trump in terms of him being, the manipulative, backstabbing piece of crap that he is, right? So everything lined up there. once I heard Kim say what she said. Magniphonic. You said something along those lines. Matt was the new news guy. Oh, you mean the bald headed dude? Uh, yeah, I saw him talk a few times. I didn't really think much of him. And when he left, I didn't even notice he left. All I know is, I took a break. Tank was there. That guy was there for a little bit. And then Sonny took over, and I was like, okay, I guess Sonny's there now. Like, I didn't really think of that Matt guy at all. Like, I was like, yeah, whatever. He was there, and he was gone. Like, that's all I thought about him. I didn't really, put too much thought into him. I don't really know what happened with him. And then you said Tank didn't agree with Kim's ideas, and I think he was hoping to be paid sooner than what was happening. Hey, it's funny you say that because a lot of complaints that I've gotten against Kim are people saying that, where's the money? Where's the money? Kim promised us money, and we don't have any money. Where's the money? Like, she hasn't delivered on the money. And I tell these people, yeah, I know the world is controlled by money, right? And everybody needs more money. But you can't live your life hoping that she takes care of you financially. Like, you have to figure out a way to survive in this world on your own financially. And if you can't, then waiting for somebody else to take care of you financially usually ends badly. Even, and I don't know what Kim's trying to do with money. I know she's talked about putting money into people's accounts and stuff like that. But what if she never does it or it never happens, right? Like, people need to move on from that and figure out how to make their own income. And if she does it, just look at it as like a little bonus, right? Don't look at it as, well, this is the thing that I need, right? Like, I have to have this. But whatever was going on with her and Tank, that's between them. Like I said, I don't know what they were arguing about or fighting about, but he's gone and they had disagreements, and that's the end of it. I haven't kept up with him. I haven't looked at anything he said. I don't know what's going on. The only thing I heard is that there are people that used to work with Kim or for Kim that are in other telegrams groups and stuff like that talking trash about her and making up stories about her. That's the only thing I heard. So I don't know if he's one of them or not, but whatever. I don't really care too much about that. Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie. Nice to see you. I thought they had a difference of opinion over the life force term. He claimed he made it up and wanted the rights to it. Not sure. Not entirely sure, though. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Again, when this happened, that was when I was gone for, like I said, anything that happened between March or February, March timeframe to about July, I don't know. I don't know anything in that little time frame. I've gone back and tried to watch stuff, and I caught up with some of Kim's information from that time period. But as far as the drama and stuff like that, and who left, who didn't leave, who was fighting with who, I don't really know. I don't know. That's kind of between them to, For me, I feel like that's between them and their personal whatever they got going on behind the scenes. It doesn't really affect me in any way, right? Like, the only thing, I care about is what Kim's putting out, and is it legitimate or not, and can I see the results of what she's doing. And like I said, when I first saw her and she started saying all the things she was saying, it was like she was putting the missing puzzle pieces into place, and I was starting to see the picture, right? Like, I had a picture that I thought was complete, and I didn't realize how many pieces were missing. And then when she started talking about stuff, I was like, oh, okay, so that's that missing piece, that's that missing piece, and everything started to make more sense. Has anyone seen her presentation on our true history? I have seen it. And it aligns with some knowledge and information that I've gotten long before I knew who Kim was. And the knowledge and information came from the Arcturians, who Kim is very much in alignment with. I know that she thinks fondly of them, but I know that most of the information that she was speaking about in that video, and I'm not saying she got it from the Arcturians, although she could have, but it does align a lot with the research I've done on the Arcturians and the things that they've said about the world and our true history. And I 1000% believe the Arcturians. So when I see Kim in alignment with something that I was already in alignment with, then I like basically what I'm trying to tell you is anything that she said in that video was pretty much the truth. So that is what it is. So, and she's not the only one. There are other people. I don't know if you know about Farsight. They're remote viewers, but they also have done some research about the true history of the Earth, and they're very accurate with their information as well. So when I see a lot of things that I find respectable or accurate lining up with each other, I kind of tend to think that that is the truth. I have not seen True History. Do you have a link? If you Google it on, it's on YouTube, believe it or not, because there's not that many videos about Kim on YouTube, unless you find that one group that I don't want to talk about. But if you put the True History of the Earth or something like that with Kim Gogan, it should pop up. Regarding money, she can't risk the evil getting the money that is meant for they are continuously trying to hack her system. So if she made transfers, they just steal it. Yeah, that's what I heard, right? She's having difficulty because of, the people she's fighting with that are controlling the world, and they're not allowing her to legitimately transfer the money to us because of what they control on their side of it. So yeah, exactly what you said is, and that's why I keep telling people not to worry about money, right? It's like just, don't wait for Kim to make you rich, I guess. I don't know if it's the best way to put it, but just make your own money and figure out how to survive. And then if Kim does give you money, that's like a bonus, right? Like take it as like, oh, well, I can go on a vacation now or something. I don't know, depending on how much she gives. Link doesn't seem to work. Sorry. It's on YouTube. Yep. Yeah, it's on YouTube. If you go to YouTube, Terry, and you put True History of the Earth with Kim Gogan, it should pop up. Something like that. I don't remember the exact video. Yeah. She said she was going to make more parts when things calm down for her, but she's always busy, so you know how that is. I have a subscription to the news, so I'm able to access her content, but I will check out YouTube so I can share it. Yeah, it's on YouTube somewhere. That's where I saw it, anyways. I don't know about the subscription though. But yeah, I've been talking about Kim for like 45 minutes. I don't mind it either because, like I said, I know most people watch me for Kim. So if that's what you guys want to talk about, that's what you want to talk about. These other topics are like loose topics that I was gonna discuss briefly. We kind of talked about Donald Trump a little bit. Elon Musk. I'll talk about Elon Musk a little bit because I've gotten a few people telling me, oh, you can't trust him. You can't trust him. Yes, I know. I say that in every video that I talk about Elon Musk. I say he is not to be trusted. But I also judge people based on their actions. And right now, in this moment, what he's doing with Twitter seems to be legitimate, but who knows what the end result with that is. I heard that something about him trying to bring the WeChat from China or something. And somebody told me that they might try to use that to control people over here. And I'm like, if Elon Musk tries to do that, do you really think people are going to support him? I don't think he's that dumb, because if he tries to do that, he's going to lose all the popularity and support that he has or that he has built, right? And why would he just throw it all away because of something that everyone's going to know is that way, right? The way that WeChat functions. Why would he implement something like that knowing that he's going to get called out and no one's going to let him live it down, right? People aren't just going to do that. Like, at least not over here. They're not going to be like, oh yeah, let's just conform and comply with whatever the WeChat system is, right? I think he's going to use it to try to enhance Twitter in some way. And I think that's the only thing he's going to do with it. She made it sound like something big was going to happen on the 8th, so I was sure to watch her UNN today, but she didn't say anything about it. Yeah, Stephanie. What happened, from my understanding, is he kept saying there was going to be an energetic shift. And I did kind of feel it, to be honest with you. I was talking to somebody in the chat of one of my videos. I felt a shift. Wasn't anything major. It was kind of gradual, and it happened over a couple of weeks. But I don't want to say it culminated on the 8th because I don't really know. But she said something about it culminating on the 8th, and that we were going to go into crystalline time, where we're going to start operating on real time or source time instead of the fake time that we've been operating on. Something like that. I don't really know what that means. I'm just reiterating what she said. And sure, okay, let's do that. Let's operate on that time. But yeah, regardless, I did feel some kind of energy shift, because I've felt a lot more positive and lighter in the last couple of weeks, and it's pretty much started when she said. So I'm like, is it because she said it that I felt it, or was it gonna happen regardless of whether she said it? I don't really know. All I know is that once I became aware of that happening, I started to feel more positive, I guess, or light. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about Alex Jones for like 2 minutes. I know nobody really cares, but long story short about him is he's somebody that appears to try to wake people up in his own way, whether he's always right or wrong. The main reason why I've talked about him is because, just like all these other people, like Kyrie Irving or Kanye West, they try to shut down anybody that goes against them, right? And when I see that happening, it becomes very problematic for people that believe in free speech. So yeah, it's not that I believe everything that Alex Jones says or anybody else. It's just that I have a problem with free speech being shut down. That's why I talk about these people like Alex Jones or Kyrie Irving or whatever, because I don't like what I see going on with them. But as far as crystalline time, I don't know, Mark. That's above my pay grade. That's like I tell people, I'm not an expert in everything that Kim says. I try to understand this best as I can. The only thing I understood from what she was saying was something about us operating on source time, which is the real time. I don't know what that means, because she knows, obviously, because she's more adept at the things that she talks about. She has a lot of experience with it. But whatever the case is, she would be better to explain it to you than me. Sorry, I'm typing something. Give me a second. All right, cool. My apologies for that. I just had to type something. All right. But yeah, Mark, I'm very sorry that I can't give you a better explanation of what she means by that. I wish I knew more. And I think that's one of those things that the more I listen to her talk about it and understand it, then I'm going to... Wait, I don't know what I just said. Let me say it again. The more I hear her say it or talk about it, the more I'm going to understand it and be able to explain it to others. So like if you or anybody else asks me like, hey, what does this mean? Okay, well, I've heard it enough times and I've understood it enough that I can give you a better answer. But right now, this is a new concept for me. I've never heard anyone ever. And this is what I mean by Kim. Like the things that she says, I've never heard anybody talk about crystalline time before. It's a new concept to me. So for her to say that, I'm trying to understand it still. And I just heard it, what, like a week or two ago when she first brought it up? Or a couple of weeks ago? Stephanie, you said, I like to follow Girl in the Universe who watches the KP index and solar flashes and all that. She thoroughly explains the energies coming in. Well, I might have to look at that then, so that I can get a better idea of that myself. Sorry, I'm typing. All right. I'll look into that, Stephanie. Girl in the Universe. Is that like a movie or a person? Somebody on YouTube? I'm going to assume that's somebody on YouTube. And you said, okay, got a great question. Elon Musk, what is his no sense with rockets going up every now and again? So if they never land on the moon, what the hell are you trying to do? Go to Mars, yawn. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Well, like I said in my video, I don't know if you heard me. Hold on, I gotta text something. Well, like I've told people about Elon Musk, right? If anybody thinks that Elon Musk is taking you to Mars with him, he's not. All right? If he takes anyone to Mars, it's going to be, well, first of all, they already have the technology to go to Mars. That's number one. Number two, he's going to take the elites. He's not going to take us. Like, he's not going to take the regular average person. So I hear these people saying, I can't wait till Elon goes to Mars because I'm going. No, you're not. You're not. It is what it is. Like, let's be real about this. You said, so yeah, Terry, I agree with you. The whole SpaceX thing, it's just a bunch of garbage because I know they have the technology already, including Elon Musk, to go wherever they want in the solar system. They already have access to alien technology. So this front they're putting up about, oh, let's send a rocket to the moon. Let's go to Mars. Oh, stop. Okay. You're not fooling anybody. Magnaphonic, you said, I look forward to you having a call-in show someday, as it must be difficult to not have someone to bounce off of. Typing kind of sucks for me. Yeah. Well, I have a couple of people in mind that I want to bring on to be my co-host or to talk with me. And I think, I don't know if you guys watch Tim Pool or not, but having a similar show to him and having different people that have different views other than myself would make it more enjoyable for people to watch because there'll be more lively debates and stuff like that. But I do have some people who may be watching right now that I do want to bring on with me to have conversations. Let me type something. So we'll see about that. We'll see. It's going to get, yeah, we're going to get, my goal with this is to make it a big thing, right? And I want this to truly be a place, as best as YouTube allows, where people can talk about whatever they want to talk about. Not just mainstream news or let's just talk about aliens or let's just talk about, demons or religions. I want to talk about everything and anything. That's why I called my channel The Real Truth, because I'm not limited to one avenue, right? I'm not just like, oh, well, I'm only going to talk about this one thing. No, I want to talk about everything. And I want people to be able to share their ideas and have debates with me, and let's talk about it. Let's see what's really going on, right? And I don't know everything, but the things I know, right? So that's what I know. But yeah, magnificent. Sorry, I said your name wrong. But yeah, definitely gonna happen at some point. Bismillah. And I'm sorry if I mispronounced anybody's name. I'm sorry. Bismillah Rabbani. Thank you for showing up. And you said Lisa Transcendence Brown used to talk a lot about crystalline energy years ago. Who's Lisa Transcendence Brown? I'll have to look them up. I've never heard of them. Stephanie says she loved her too, so she must be legitimate. I'll have to look it. I'll have to look it up, or look her up. I've never heard of her. Terry, you said laughing so much. Yeah, that's one thing I guess you guys don't know about me is I'm somewhat of a comedian, and when you get to know me better, I make jokes about everything and anything. So, I'm probably pretty funny according to a lot of people. So that's the side of me that you guys don't know. But that's another good reason why I'm doing these lives is because then you get to know me better and you get to see how I really am. I'm not just this, Trump, I hate Trump. Yeah, Trump. Like that's not all I say or do, right? Like I have different facets to myself. But all right, Moon Mystic. You said crystalline. I wonder if she means clear seeing time, as in how we all will be better in the visual and psychic or physics. Psych. I don't know if you meant physic or psychic, but I'm just gonna read it as you wrote it. And physic ways of living. Yeah, you must mean physical. Um, I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, Moon Mystic. I don't know what she's talking about. If I had to be honest, I'm not gonna make something up or pretend that I understood what she was talking about. Mark, you said, have you thought about interviewing Kim? It's funny you should say that. Um, um, See what had happened was about that. Well, I've had people on the old channel because I used to have way more subs, right? I had like 500 and something. So I mean, it's about double what I have now. And a lot of people used to be like, "You need to interview Kim. You need to interview Kim," and I was like, "Yeah, no." And it's not because I don't want to interview her. It's because you see how you guys are asking me all these questions, and I don't have answers to them. Kim is somebody that if you don't interview her correctly and you don't know what you're talking about, you're gonna look dumb. And I don't want to look dumb. So I need to understand her more before I feel comfortable talking to her because I don't want to just sit there and be like, all right, Kim, go ahead, say whatever you want to say and just let her talk all day and I don't have anything to offer, right? I want to be able to have a back and forth and a conversation with her. So until I feel more up to speed on the things that she knows, then I won't feel comfortable. And she's busy and all this other stuff. So, I'm not trying to take up her time right now. But I'll figure it out in the future sometime. If it happens, it happens, right? I'm not trying to hound her like that. Bismillah, you said, me too, Stephanie. I was listening to an old video of hers today, trying to understand crystalline energy. You did well. Yes, Moon Mystic, that sounds right. Moon Mystique. And then Moon Mystic said, I recall Elisa Renee, who really dives deep on the things like Kim, ley lines, and our imprints, aliens, as well as the crucifixion marker implants in all of us. Thanks, Miss Mala. Compile a list of questions. It sounds easy, right, Steph? Like, oh yeah, hey Kim. So what's your favorite color? Kim. What's your favorite number? Like, yeah. I mean, I have questions, right? Like I have questions right now that I can ask, but it's not about just asking questions for me, right? I want to be able to, like, if she says something to me, I'll be like, oh yeah, because of this. Like, let's use the example that you guys are talking about, the crystalline energy. If she brings that up to me, I want to be like, oh, I know why you said that because of this, and this. And yeah, it might be a little egotistical where but long story short, like I said, I don't think anybody wants to look dumb, right? And I want to be able to, if she says something to me, I want to be able to talk back to her, not just be like, yes, Kim, yes. And I'm sure you guys know this, and I'm sure you've seen this. There are people that interview Kim, and they're like, "Yes, Kim. Yes, what you say is true, Kim." And nobody says anything like because a lot of times they don't even understand what she's saying because that's how advanced she is, right? That's how intelligent she is. So I don't want to be one of those people that's just sitting there drooling and staring at Kim and not being able to like have a conversation with her. You get what I'm saying? If she says something to me, I want to be able to go back and forth. But yeah, I mean, like I said, if it ever happens, it happens. I'm in no rush. Um, it is what it is. uh, yeah, that be the truth. Sorry, I'm having conversations while I'm having to find stuff and talk and do this and do that. But Kim is down to earth. You'll do good with her, I think. Yeah, I know. I'm not. It's not really. I'm not worried about Kim per se. I'm more concerned with myself, right? Like I said, I think it's more of an egotistical thing. I have to get over myself and just enter. Well, I mean, she would have to agree to it, but it was like, hey Kim, you mind giving me a interview? And then on top of that, my platform is not that big, right? So I want to have a platform that's big. Well, not, I mean, it doesn't have to be massive, but bigger than what it is. So when she does come on, she's talking to a lot of people and she's getting the message out to more people, right? Because most of the people that are watching me now watch Kim already. So it's not like I'm really telling you guys anything new, right? Like you guys are already keeping up with her. So I want to bring a new audience to her, right? And that's why I talk about other people like, Kyrie Irving, Kanye West, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, whatever. I'm trying to get other people to watch me, right? So that way I have a wider range of people that may have never heard of Kim before. And they're like, well, what's he talking about? Like, who's Kim? And how come I didn't know this person existed? And how is this possible that she can be this ground commander and know all these things and do all these things? You get what I'm saying? But yeah, my apologies if you hear me randomly laughing. Just ignore that. Pretend that didn't happen. Um. So yeah. Long story short, if it happens, it happens, right? I mean, you guys will be the first to know about it. But I haven't even talked to Kim. I don't think he. I don't think Kim even knows I exist. I think maybe she knew my old channel, maybe because there were times where I talked about a certain group that attacks her, and she would go on her talks with Tank, and she said certain things that I said, but I don't know if we just happened to say the same thing or she actually watched what I said, because I used to defend her like crazy, and she would say certain things that I would say, but I don't, like I said, I don't know if she's ever watched me or not. I don't know. I don't know what she does. I haven't talked to her. I don't know if she knows me. If it happens, it happens, right? I'm not in a rush for it. Um. Oh my god. Kim community fit in a shoebox. When I mention her name, they don't know who I'm talking about. I find that so strange. Well, you know what's funny? Where is everyone? You know what I mean? Well, it's funny you say that, Terry, because even on my old channel and on this channel, clearly, most of the videos that get the most views for me are talking about Kim. I could talk about any person in the world. It doesn't matter who. They do not get as much. And it's not just on YouTube. It's on BitChute, it's on Odyssey, it's on Rumble. Any platform that I talk about Kim, she gets the most views. And I think a lot of people that interview her are doing it for views, to be honest. I think that's why they bring her on. But I'm like, why is Kim like, because like you said, a lot of people don't know who she is yet, and still that's what draws the most people to my channel. At least my, on the different platforms that I'm on, she gets the most views. And I'm not the only person that has said this. I believe, who was it? What's that guy's name? The guy that you guys brought up earlier. I forgot his name. Chris? I think that's his name. I don't remember the guy's name. But the guy that I told you that he did an interview with her and he doesn't really believe her. Not Benjamin Fulford, the other guy. But he said the same thing. He was like, and he said this way before I said it. I just noticed it on my channel. But he said a while ago, like a year or two ago, he was like, yeah, Kim brings views. People watch Kim. Don't know why, but I think maybe, I don't know, subconsciously people are drawn to her because they know that she's telling the truth or speaking the truth. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but that's what people want to see. So anytime I make a comment for someone to check her out, I get completely ghosted and shadow banned. Oh, Steph, that sucks. And it's funny you bring that up because there are people that watch me that have told me that they get shadow banned just on my channel. Well, I don't know if they get shadow banned anywhere else, but there are a few people that watch me and they're like, oh, my comment got deleted. My comment is gone. I tried to say this to you. And this happened on my old channel too. I haven't done anything. I have, what do you call it? I have all my comments enabled, meaning you can pretty much say whatever you want to me. Yet somehow some people are shadow banned on my channel. I don't know why. I haven't shadow banned anybody. The only people that I've gotten rid of are people that are toxic or that hate on Kim or whatever. And, I obviously get rid of those people because they're just haters. But other than that, if you're like a regular viewer and your comments aren't showing up, I am not doing anything. I haven't changed anything. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what YouTube is doing. Let me keep reading your comments. Let's see. She might follow other people. Yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know Kim, so I don't know what she does. I don't know who she watches or who she follows. Bismillah said, yes, Chris Crypto, he went to Kim's home. I guess that's his name. He said Kim gets a lot of views and that's why he interviews her. If that's not using somebody for clout, I don't know what is, right? He literally said it out of his own mouth, so I'm not making this up. He said it. But I don't talk about Kim because I want clout or I want to be popular, because I would think if I talk about Trump or Musk or even Alex Jones or Will Smith or anybody that I've talked about on my channel, I would think those people would draw more people in because they're famous, right? But they're not. People don't care about that. They care about Kim. So this is weird how that works. The bigger platforms are against her. It's a weird censor thing. Yeah. And she used to have a channel. Kim used to have a channel. I forgot what it was called on YouTube. What was the name of that channel? I'm sure you guys know. One of you might know the channel that she used to have on YouTube where she did a show with somebody else. It was another female. And the channel got destroyed. I think it was called Speaking something. I don't remember. But she had that channel and then it just got taken down one day. And I was like, wow, what? Because I was watching that channel. And I was trying to catch up on everything she had there. And then next thing you know, the channel was gone. Nothing. Okay, let's see. What are your thoughts on the grammar guy, Russell J. Gold? I don't know who that is. Kim Possible, I think. I don't know who Russell J. Gold is. Is that somebody I should look into? Is that what you're telling me, Terry? You want me to make a video about him? I've never heard of him. Like, has he said anything or done anything of note that I should pay attention to? I'm still trying to figure out that quantum syntax grammar that Russell speaks of. I hope he is legit and takes down the legal system with their fraudulent legal ease. Okay. So you both know who this is. Okay, so I need to look into this person, it seems. I'm sorry. I'm just having fun with somebody. Messing around. Kim Possible, I think. I'm still trying to figure that quantum. Oh yeah, I already read that. My apologies. I'm gonna have to look at that guy. Yeah, the Speak Project. There you go, Stephanie. That's exactly what I was talking about. I used to watch that channel a little bit. I didn't watch as much as I wanted because when I discovered it, like around the same time I discovered it, it got removed. So I was like, okay. I don't know what happened there because I didn't see anything too crazy that she was saying on that channel. Um, Magnaphonic says supposedly we went from atomic biological clock to no time, source crystalline time, spiritual lighter density. Yeah. And see, that's what I was trying to say earlier. I did feel what she was saying, even if I didn't understand exactly what she was talking about. I felt it energetically. I'm way too stupid to figure that out. I've been following it for 3 years in my sovereign, still taking a hike. You're a funny one, Terry. Even the decoder, dude. To get them. Russell deals with flag etiquette. He claims to have captured the flag. What is this, a video game? Well, it is a video game if you believe we're in the Matrix, but I don't know what that means, Stephanie. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to look at this guy. You guys got me curious now, and if I find anything worth talking about, I'll make a video out of it. Calls himself the commander in chief. Okay, and I thought I was cocky and egotistical. I guess this guy's got me beat, huh? He sounds like a rival, like somebody I need to be as the postmaster. I'm definitely I'm looking into this guy. You guys got me curious. Russell, huh? I used to know a Russell. Ironically enough, the Russell that I met was I met him in the military. He was the first person that really opened my eyes to what's going on in the world. So now you're bringing up another Russell. I believe Russell J has a part to play in this movie as other characters I have seen, like Mark Christopher, Anna Von Reitz, Cindy Kane Courier, and Queen Romana. I don't know who any of those people are. You guys, sorry, I dropped my mic. You guys are introducing me to all these people I don't know. I don't know all these people. You guys are making me feel like I don't know anything now. Like, have you heard of Michael J. Fox? I'm like, yeah, he's an actor. No, I'm just kidding. Have you heard of? No, I haven't heard of any of these people. Thanks, though. Thanks. You've given me homework. Okay, so now I gotta go look this stuff up. Yes, he's definitely. Yes, he definitely is a piece of the puzzle. Just not sure what it is yet. Right? Aren't we all though? If you think about it, we're all. That's what we all are. Kim makes the most sense out of all of them, though. I'm just saying. Well, yeah, and that's why I take her word more than anybody else's, right? Because you have all these people like Juan O'Savin and Carrie Cassidy and all these other people that hate on her, like Janine and all these people. I'm like, these people are just haters. And they all believe in worshiping Trump, and Trump is a fraud. So anybody that believes in Trump, they lose credibility immediately, in my book. Like, it's not 2016, it's not 2015. If you're still believing in Trump, all like in 2022, something is wrong with you. So, do you guys want superpowers? You guys want to be moderators? I should give you all a wrench. I mean, the chat's not that big, but if it gets out of hand, you never know when Terry or Stephanie or one of you guys might get out of hand. So we might have to corral you. No, I'm just kidding. Moon Mystic is probably the wildest one. I'm just joking. I'm just making jokes now. Let's see. We don't know them either, but they also got shoebox communities. I see to follow people no one knows. But Russell is following the corporation laws, i.e. contracts. I've made my own affidavits without syntax and have been effective. Aw, that's interesting. Magnaphonic. I just want to get out of the system. Yeah, I've heard of what's that law? Maritime law and all these different laws. The way I feel is the only laws that should matter are the laws that you comply with or you feel are righteous. There are so many different laws and the law of the sea, the law of the land, law of this, law of that. I'm like, look. If I don't like it, I don't want to do it, right? There are obvious things that make sense, right? Like you shouldn't kill people and stuff like that. But when you start to getting into the legalese and stuff like that, I'm like, okay, it's too much, too many laws. When people get too into the laws, they start to try to be the experts and try to impose their laws on others and make up new laws. You guys know how it goes. Water went down the wrong hole. Excuse me. But yeah, so what do you guys want to do? I might have to end the stream. Not that I want to. I'm having fun talking to you guys, but this was kind of like a let's see who shows up and let's see what happens kind of stream. And if you guys want, I could do this at least once a week. I want to try to get it to every day, but I have to get on a schedule for that. Right now, my schedule is all over the place. So, but yeah, unless you guys have anything else you want to talk about, I'm probably going to shut it down and call it. Anybody else want to say anything? I had fun though. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, my goal is to make this bigger. And like I said, if I do end up interviewing Kim, I want to be big enough where it makes some kind of impact. And we'll see. We'll see. I'll keep making the videos. I'm going to keep on looking at her news. I'm gonna try to give you guys an update every time she uh, does make the news. But it seems like you guys are already keeping up with her. So you know, I'll give you my interpretation of what she says. Hopefully, it's good. And at the same time, people that aren't watching her on her UNN can hear what I have to say, and then maybe they'll go watch her. Or people that are on YouTube, right, or these other platforms, they can keep up with her as well. But anyways, I think I've said enough. I think you guys are all ready to go. I'm ready to go. It was fun. I really appreciate you all stopping by. I'm probably gonna give you guys all wrenches. We'll see about that. I don't know. And I hope you guys come back next time. I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it again, but I'll probably do another announcement like I did, in that video where I said I was gonna do this. And I'm probably gonna do more polls too, just to see what you guys want to see from me and what you guys want to do. But yeah, it was fun, and thank you all, and see you guys next time.